वहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदम् माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत्। अनिराकरणमस्त्वनिराकरणं मे अस्तु। तदात्मनि निरते यौपनिषत्सु धर्मास्ते मयि सन्तु ते मयि सन्तु। ओम शांति शांति शांति। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओमित्येतदक्षरमुद्गीतमुपासीत ओमिति ह्युद्गायते तस्योपव्याख्यानम्। Page 348. Let's say the first one also. 344. Om athayat idam अस्मिन् ब्रह्मपुरे दहरं पुण्डरीकं वेश्म दहरोऽस्मिन्नन्तराकाशः तस्मिन् यदन्तः तदन्वेष्टव्यं तद्वा विजिज्ञासितव्यमिति तं चेत् ब्रूयुः यदिदम् अस्मिन् पुरे पुण्डरीकं वेश्म दहस्मिन् विजिज्ञास यदिदम् अस्मिन् ब्रह्मपुरे दहरं पुण्डरीकं वेश्म। Asmin Brahmapure, in the city of Brahman, which is a human body, the Haram Pundarikam Veshma is a small Veshma, the dwelling of Brahman, Pundarikam, the shape of the lotus, which is the lotus heart. The Harosmin Tarakasa, in that dwelling of the shape of lotus, there is also the small space. Tasmin, and in that space, Yadantaha, even within that space all obtains, Tadanveshtavyam, Tadva Vijignasavyamiti. That has to be known, that has to be realized. So Tikakara said, so many seventh cases are there. So, Brahmapure, in the city of Brahman, Pundarikam Veshma, there is a lotus shaped the dwelling. अस्मिन् दहरः अंतराकाशः, दहरः आकाशः. So dahara asmin antah akashah. In that lotus-shaped dwelling, there is this space within that. Tasmin yadantah. And what is within that? So that is to be. So there is this lotus, space within the lotus, and that which is within the space. So that is to be investigated, to be known, to be realized. So how is it to be known? Guru Ashraya Shravanadi Upayahi Anvishya. Guru Ashraya Shravanadi, taking refuge into the Guru, listening to the Guru, and that way Anvishya. So there is Anveshana, investigating, deliberating upon, performing vichara upon that with the help of the Shravanam from the teacher. Sakshat Karni, and then one has to meditate upon that. So first one has to know it from the Guru and then meditate and then realize it. So the Tikakara, they said, in the line number 24, Sharir Hridayoho Puratva Veshvat Muktehe Kim Prayojanam. What's the reason why the Shruti says that this Sharira, the body, is Puram, it is Siri, and Hridaya, the heart is Veshma, it is the dwelling place. Kim Prayojanam. What is the reason why? That is how it is said. Iti Ashankya Tatraiva Vakshmana Sadhana Sampannahi Brahma Upalabhyati Jnapanam Prayojanam. The purpose is Tatraiva, in that heart itself. Vakshmana Sadhana Sampannahi, by the yogis who are possessed of the sadhana, the spiritual disciplines or means, that will be clarified subsequently. Brahma Upalabhyate. So that is when Brahman is realized in the lotus of the heart. And that it is called the Veshma, the dwelling place of Brahman. Akash Shabditasya Brahmanah Dharatvam Aupadikam Nasvatah. It's said then that Dahara asmin antarakasha, asmin pundarike dahara antarakasha. In this lotus there is a small space, smaller than the name of the lotus. So but then Bhashyakara said antarakasha akashakyam brahma. Bhashyakara said the space that obtains within that lotus of the heart itself is Brahman. So space itself is called Brahman. Then Brahman is small within the lotus. So Akashabdesas Brahmana Dhartam Aupadikam. Don't think that Brahman that is said to be situated or located within the heart is small in dimension, Aupadikam. Because the heart is small, therefore, so Brahman as circumscribed by or conditioned by the heart is called small only in a figurative sense. Dhara Adhikaranyayana Akashabdena Brahma Uchyate. So this is discussed in the Dhara Adhikaran Brahma Sutra, where the conclusion is that Akasha is Brahman. So Dharasmin Antara Akasha. And so that is where the Akasha is there, Brahman is there in that lotus of the heart. Akashabdasya Brahmanyapi Rudim Abhipreitya Tasya Shabdasya Tasmin Shabda Prayogamaha. In the Shruti, the word Akasha is commonly used for Brahman. Rudim. So Rudim is the common usage. So Akashabdasya Brahmanyapi Rudim Abhipreitya. Of course, Akasha has its own meaning, namely space. But then, equally commonly also, the word Akasha is used in the sense of Brahman in the Shruti. तस्य शब्दस्य तस्मिन् शब्द प्रयोगमः. So how did Bhashyakar, apart from the discussion or the conclusion arrived at Dahara Adhikaranam that Akasha is Brahman, and further also Akasho vai Namarupayoho Nirvahita iti Pakshati. Because Shruti will say that Akasha is the accomplisher of the name and form, which is Brahman. Bhutakashe rudasya Brahmanipi rudi kalpanayam gauravapatte. But one word cannot have two meanings. Rudi means the commonly understood meaning. So when you utter the word Akasha, what commonly occurs in your mind is the Rudi, which is the Bhuta Akasha, the elemental space. And now the Shruti says that Akasha also means Brahman. That means there are two meanings, Rudi, which is Gauravapatte. So that is a dosha involved there, that you are saying too many things by one word. Akasha guna yogadva tatra vrittihi. So either you may say that Akasha is Brahma because Shruti commonly uses the word Akasha in the sense of Brahman, or Guna yogadva Akasha is Brahma, not in a primary sense but in a secondary sense, because Guna yoga, there is similarity of the attributes of Akasha and Brahma. So Akasha eva ashariratva, because it is bodiless. Why? Sukshmatva sarvagatatva samanyat. So Sukshmatva sarvagatatva, the gunas. Akasha possesses the Sukshmatva, subtlety, sarvagatatvam, the all pervasiveness. So there are gunas or attributes of Akasha. Ashariratva, the swarup of the Akasha. Akasha is bodiless. So says Brahman, and Akasha possesses the attributes of subtlety and all pervasiveness. Those gunas also are possessed by Brahman. Therefore, in a guna or the secondary sense, the word Akasha can be used for Brahman. Tasmin antahidiyatra tat shabdena prakrutatvat akashameva grahyam. Then Pundarikam Veshma Dahara Asmin Akasha. Then Tasmin Yadantaha. So the Akasha is within the Pundarika Veshma, the lotus-like dwelling, and within that, so within what? So Tasmin Antahediyatra Tashabdena Prakrut Akashamat Tasmin Akasha Yadantaha. So what is in that Akasha is to be Anveshtavyam Vijnasitavyam. Tatasya Akashantarvartina Anveshtavyatvam Uchyate. So whatever obtains in that space within the lotus is Anveshtavyam, is to be investigated, to be known. Akasha Shabditasya Atmanastu. And Akasha itself is also to be investigated, because Akasha is Atma. So that means there are two things, therefore both ways Akasha is to be investigated. When it is Brahman, or even if it is space, then what obtains within that space also is Brahman. Yadva Vyadhikarana Saptamya. So if these two Saptamis, one is what? Dahar Asmin Antarakasha and Tasmin. So Asmin and Tasmin are two seventh cases. Either Samanadhikaranyam. So what Tasmin says is Akasha, what Asmin says also is Akasha. Then one Akasha alone is mentioned by both of them, and that is to investigate. Or if both of them refer to different locations. Tasmin Hridaye Yat Akasham. So Asmin and Dahara Asmin Pundarike Antarakasha, and Tasmin Hridaye Yat Akasham Yat Tasmin Akasha Kya Antaha. Two things are there. Tasmin Hridaye Akasham, the space which is within that lotus. Tasmin Akashakhya Yat Antaha, and within that space also what obtains within that space. Tadubhayam anveshtavim iti bhashyartha. So both, if Akasha is Brahman, that is to be investigated, and what is within Akasha also is to be investigated. That is what when Bhashyakara says, so Akashakyam Brahma. So what is the space which is within the lotus itself is Brahman. Then within that space there is something. So what can that be? So looks like Akasha in the lotus, which is Brahman, is to be investigated. And Upanishad says, Tasmin yadantaha tadnishtavyam. What is within that Akasha is to be investigated. So from what Bhashyakara says, Akasha which is Brahma is to be investigated. What Shruti says, Akasha which is within that is to be investigated. Tadubhayam anveshtavim iti bhashyartha. Asmin pakshe etc. etc. So then, one Akasha is Brahma, other Akasha is Atma, something like that. This is what you have to understand. अथवा सामाधिकरण एव सप्तम्य, और say both of them refer to the same अधिकरण. तद अन्वेषण तत्शब्देन आकाश तदंतर्गतञ्च वाक्यशेषबलात् गृह्यते. So आकाशे विद्यमानम् आकाशं च इति. Space that obtains within the space. सर्वथापि आकाशस्य अन्वेष्टव्यत्व सिद्धिः. In any way, with Akasha, there is to be known and realized. Tam ched bruyuhu. When the teacher said that, then yadi antevasena chodayayuhu. If those who are antevasena, those living with the teacher, those disciples, if they question the teacher in this manner, katham yad asmin yadidam asmin brahmapure dharam pundirikam veshma, wherever reviewers are, you say that there is a space within this lotus of the heart. Dhara asmin antarakasha, and in that lotus there is a even smaller space. Kim tadatra vidyate, you say that is to be investigated. So heart itself is small. In that the space is even smaller. In that space, what is there to be investigated? Kim tadatra vidyate yadanveshtavim. What is it that obtains in that small space which is to be investigated? What can it be? Pundirike veshmani tavat kim syat. First of all, what can be there even in this lotus which itself is small? Kim tata alpatare, and then in the space within that which is even further, what can there be there? So physically, what can accommodate? That's the idea. What can be there physically when the heart itself is so small and the space within that and something within that space? So, Kim tata alpataram khe yad bhavet ityahu. When they say something that obtains that. What can obtain that? This question. Dahara asmin antarakasha. Kim tadatra vidyate. So there is a smaller space in that lotus. What can obtain there? Meaning that by kakva. They are not asking question. They are questioning what the teacher says. Meaning is what? Na kinchana vidyate abhipraya. Katham sa purusha partha kam ghatayati hantikam. He partha sa purusha katham ghatayati. How does he kill? How does he make them kill? How does he kill? It's not a question. It's denial. In fact, he cannot make anybody kill. He cannot kill himself. Similarly, so, kim tadatra vidyate yadanveshtavyam. We don't think anything obtains in that small space which is to be investigated. So first is not accepting existence of anything within that space. Then the question is, Yadi nama badarmatram kyam vidyate. So they accept the existence of something within that space like a little plum or like a little berry fruit. Kim tasya anveshane vijignasanin va phalam vijignasatu syad. See, this is taken literally. That what can obtain that space is something very small, entity very small. Even if something is there and you know that, what is there to be know? What purpose to be served by that knowing that thing? So vijignasena va phalam vijignasatu kim phalam syad. Suppose you take all the trouble to inquire into, investigate and know what there is in the space within the heart, so then what will you know? What will you get by that? So one questioning is that nothing can exist in there. Second is, even if something can exist there, knowing it serves no purpose. These are the two kind of things that are denied by the disciples. So when this is what the disciples would say. So says, Ata yat tatra anveshtavyam vijignasatavyam va na tena prayojanamiti. Therefore, there is no purpose served by anveshanam or vijignasayati sa acharya bruyat. Then the acharya should reply them in this manner. Page 349. Yavan va ayam akashah तावान ईशोन्तरुदय आकाशः उभे अस्मिन् द्यावा पृथिवी अन्तरेव समाहिते उभौ अग्निश्च वायुश्च सूर्यचन्द्रमसौ उभौ विद्युन्नक्षत्राणि यच्च अस्य इहास्ते यच्च नास्ते सर्वं तत् अस्मिन् समाहितमिति. Now giving dimension of the space that obtains within the heart gives a dimension. Yavan va ayam akashah tavan esha antarve akashah. O disciples, this akasha, the elemental space that you see, the expanse of the space, so expanse or so vast also is the space within the heart. So what is the characters of this space? Uve asmin dyava prasivi antareva samahite. Both in this space, the dyava prasivi, the heaven and the earth, both of them are located in this. Included, contained, within the space are contained or included the heaven and the earth. Who agnischa vayuscha, both the fire and the air and the wind. Surya chandra sobho, both the sun and the moon. Vidyun nakshatrani, the lightning and the stars. Yache asti, yache nasti. Asya, and whatever this person has, and whatever he does not have. Sarvam tadasmin samahitam. All of that is included in that. Understand? That's the dimension of the space. This is how the teacher should tell them. So says Anandagiri, Kimacharyo bruyat ityapekshayam vakshmane arthe shishyanam manas samadhanam adu prarthayate dyaha. Kimacharyo bruyat apekshayam. When that expectation is there, to what should the teacher say to them? Vakshmane arthe shishyanam manas samadhanam. Understand, disciples, what is not to be stated requires attention. Because you are in some frequency and wavelength. When you mention Akasha, you are taking only physical dimension of the heart and the space within the heart. What we are now going to tell you is something quite different. Therefore, Manas Samadhanam. the disciples are distracted. Their mind is distracted in taking this thing only in a physical sense. And therefore it is necessary to gather their mind. So manas samadhanam adu prarthayate. First of all, the teacher requests them for focus of their mind. So shrunute. Vashyakara says, or parihara vakyam sangruhi darshayati. So first of all, Vashyakara shows the parihara, the refutation the teacher provides. So Vashyakara summarizes the refutation of the teacher and then will proceed to explain the word meaning of the passage. Shrunuta tatra idabrutha yadbrutha pundarikantah khasya alpatvat tastham alpataram syadide tat asat. Shouldn't listen carefully. Bada Swami uses careful, so that was the habit. Then is careful now. So, meaning now pay attention. So Shrunuta, careful, pay attention. So that Brutha, with reference to that, what you just said. Pundarikantah khasya, come in space that obtains within the lotus of the heart. Alpatvat, because the space that obtains within the lotus of the heart is small. Tastham alpataram syadati, therefore, what obtains within that space is even smaller. This is what you said. Tadasat, that's not right. So Shrutavyam eva darshayadam shishya yuktam anuvadati. Shrunuta, listen. So what is that disciples have to listen? So first of all, Bhashyakara restates what the disciples said, that you are saying that the heart is small, the space within that is very small, and what obtains within that space even smaller. That's not right. It's subtler but not smaller. Then Bhashyakara continues. So again Anagiri says, Kim akashasya swabhavikam dharatmapeksha chodyate kim va paropadanimittanide vikalve adyam dushayate. Kim akashasya swabhavikam dharatmapeksha chodyate. When you say that the space is small, and what is there within that space is even smaller, when you say space is small, do you mean that being small is the nature of space? Kim akashasya swabhavikam dharatvam. That akash is small by nature and that's why you say the space is small. Kim va paropada nimittamidi. Or the smallness in space is because of upadhi. So when you say that the space within the lotus of the heart is small, from what standpoint do you say that? Is it because to be small is the nature of the space, or the space is small on account of the upadhi, the conditioning of being circumscribed by the heart? So when you say small, what do you mean? From what standpoint do you say that the space within the heart is small? So tadasat, you said that the space is small. So first of all, swabhavikam dharatvam, space is not small by nature. So if you say space is small, if you mean to say that smallness is the nature of the space, that's not right. Because space is not small, space is vast by nature. Tatasya tasya swabhavikam dharatvam ashritva chodyam nirvakashamadi shesha. Therefore, if you are questioning, how can there be anything within that space, taking the space itself to be small by nature, then that asat, meaning that questioning what I say, from the standpoint of space itself being small by nature is wrong, because space is not small by nature. See the Tika line 30. Further, let us read Bhashya here. Nahi kham pundarika veshmagatam pundarikad alpataram matvad ocham daharha asmin antarakasha ide. Nahi the space pundarika veshmagatam, the space gatam obtaining veshma within the dwelling of the lotus of the heart. Pundarika akasha parichinnam, Pundarikat alpataram matva. When I say space within that lotus, I did not mean that the space is smaller than the lotus. So, Pundarikat alpataram matva avocham. No, I did not say space within the lotus with the intention that the space is smaller than the lotus. That is not the intention with which I say. So, Dahara asmin antarakasha, because the teacher used the word Dahara. Dahara asmin antarakasha. So, Daharam pundarikam veshma, Dahara asmin antarakasha. The veshma or the lotus is small and the space also is small. So teacher did use the word Dahara for that space, and so it's understandable the disciples may think that the smallness is the nature of the space. Says no, I did not use the word small from the standpoint that smallness is the nature of space. No. So says Anandagiri. Katham, okay. So tatasya tasya swabhavikam dahartam ashritya chodyam devrakasha vishesha. Therefore, so if you, just because you use dahara for the space, so you think that the space is small by nature and you are questioning, then that question does not have a scope, because I did not mean that smallness is the space of the nature. The smallness is aupadikam, not swabhavikam. So aupadikam daharatvam is what I meant, and not swabhavikam daharatvam. So your question is based on swabhavikam daharatvam. How can there be something in that space? So your question is wrong, because that is not what I intended to convey. So in the line 30 says that yadyapi asattvamapi choditam shishyehi. Two things, Shishyas. First of all, what can exist in that space? Meaning nothing can exist. Second, even if something exists, what purpose would be served by knowing that? So two questions were there. So Tikakara yadyapi asattvapi choditam shishyehi. So disciples also said that what? So even intended or conveyed that nothing can exist in that space. Tathapi alpatvamatram, meaning that Bhashyakara has not reiterated the whole question. Bhashyakara reiterated part of the question. Questions were two. One is, nothing can exist in the space. Secondly, if something minute can exist, what purpose would it serve by knowing it? So Tikakara says that the disciple also said that nothing can exist. Teacher has not replied that. Tathapi alpatvamatram pariharana asatva shankavi parihriyate. Because when teacher says that this vast space obtains there, that means nothingness also, asatvam also is in fact refuted. So alpatvamatram anudya pariharana asatva shankavi parihriyate. So teacher will say Brahman is there, limitless is there. So what the teacher is going to say is that in that lotus of the heart, what obtains is limitless. So something obtains, so that nothing obtains also is refuted, and what obtains is limitless, therefore the smallness also is refuted. So Bhashyakara says, then Katham Tarhi Dharatokti Akashasya Idyasankyaha Sinandagiri. Alright. Oh Venerable Sir, if what obtains a space is not small by nature, then why did you say within that heart, a lotus, a small space obtains? Because Daharaha Asmin Antarakasha. You did say that the space within that lotus is small. So from what standpoint did you use the word Daharaha or small for that space? So says Bhashya, Kim Tarhi. Then, if you did not say Dahara Asmin Antarakasha, from the standpoint that Akasha is small by nature, then why did you say small Akasha is there? From what standpoint? So Bhashyakara says, Pundarikam Alpam Tat Anuvidhaye Tatsam Antahkaranam Pundarika Akasha Parichinnam. So Pundarikam Alpam, true, that the lotus is small. Tat Anuvidhaye Tatsam Antahkaranam. So now what is there in that Antahkaranam? Bhashyakara, in the lotus is Antahkaranam. So first is his body. Within the body there is this lotus shaped heart which is the dwelling place of Brahman. In that heart obtains the space which is Antahkaranam. In that space obtains again something which is Brahman. So Brahman is consciousness reflected in the Antahkaranam. Antahkaranam is located in the heart, so it is said. So Hridayam or heart is said to be the locus or the golakam for Antahkaranam. So within the lotus of heart is Antahkaranam, and in that Antahkaranam is reflected Brahman, which is consciousness, and that is what is to be investigated and known and realized. So Tastam Antahkaranam Pundarika Akasha Parichinnam. So Antahkaranam, the mind that obtains within the heart is Parichinnam. That is also not limited, but also is circumscribed by that heart, and therefore it is as though limited. So mind that obtains within the heart is as though limited, and Brahman that is reflected in that mind is as though limited. But those limitations are aupadikam, upadi, and not inherent limitation. So says Tika in line 32, Kim tarhi antahkarana upadi nimittam dhaharasmin tarakasadi avocham vedanvaya. So antahkarana upadi nimittam, again, antahkarana becomes upadi then, dhaharasmin then, because so this Tikagara says that because the mind is small, therefore we say that the space obtaining with the heart is small. Whichever way. Then Bhashyakara continues. So tatsam antahkaranam pundarika akasha parichinnam. The antahkaranam is circumscribed by the space within the heart, and therefore that is small. So smallness of antahkaranam is because of the limitation of the lotus. Here is the smallness of space is because of the limitation of antahkaranam. So that is how the Tikagara seems to say. Okay, continuing with Bhashya. Tasmin vishuddhe samvrata karananam yoginam swachhe iva udake pratibimba rupam adarshe iva shuddhe swachham vijnana jyoti swarupavabhasam. तावन्मात्रं ब्रह्म उपलभ्यते इति दहरोऽस्मिन्नन्तराकाशः इत्यवोचाम antahkaranopādhi-nimittam. So antahkaranam is small because upadhi of the heart, and Brahman is small, said to be small because upadhi of antahkaranam. So two things, the dahara within the lotus is a small space, that smallness is because of upadhi of lotus, and that is antahkaranam. And within antahkaranam, what obtains is Brahman, which is to be investigated. So tasmin vishuddhe means what? Antahkarana. That yogis first of all purify their mind. Samruta karananam yoginam, and then yogis meditate upon that antahkarana. So focus their attention on that antahkarana and meditate upon what is reflected in antahkarana. So first of all the yogis focus their attention on the heart, and then the space within the heart. So from the body. So you first of all withdraw your attention from the world to the body. From the body you take it to the heart. From the heart you take it to the thumb-like space within the heart. From that to the antahkaranam which is in that space. And to that the consciousness reflected in that antahkaranam. So this is how shanaihi uparamed. The yogis slowly and slowly internalize or fold up their faculties in Atma Samsamah Krutva. They make it as subtle as the Atma or Brahman. So that's how Brahman is realized. So Tasmin Vishuddhe, this requires that Antahkarana must be pure. Yo Veda Nihitam Guhayam Parame Vyoman. So supreme Vyoman, supreme space, which is the pure heart. Samruta Karananam, heart is okay, then purification of heart is one thing. So Dushit Vagraya Buddhya Sukshmaya Sukshmadashibhi. The yogis are Sukshmadarshina. Those who have cultivated the capability of perceiving something which is very subtle. So they require two things, the purity of mind as well as the concentration of mind. So Vishuddha Antahkarana. First, the Antahkarana should be Vishuddham, pure. Secondly, Samruta Karananam. So those who have withdrawn their sense organs and the mind also. Brahma Upalabhyate. So the yogis realize Brahman in that pure Antahkaranam by withdrawing all their faculties and concentrating there. So how does Brahman obtain that? Svacheva udake pratibimba rupam. Like in the Svacheva udake, just as in the water, in the clear water, how there is this clear reflection. So then the water also must be prasannam, clear, free of all impurities, then alone the reflection in that water also will be clear. And water also must be calm, then alone reflection also will be clear and calm. Otherwise it will be wavy. So rajas also should not be there. Impurity, tamas also should not be there. So Svachevadake Pratibimba Rupam. So Brahman, there is consciousness as though gets reflected in that heart, in that mind or Antahkaranam, which is purified. Adarsha Shuddhe, or like in the Adarsha of the mirror, which also is very clean and plain mirror. Swacham Vijnana Jyoti Swarupa Avhasam Tavan Matram Brahma Upalabhyate. So Tavan Matram, as though as big as the heart, in fact, one transcends the lotus and focus attention on the space. You transcend that and focus attention on the Antahkaran. You transcend that and focus attention on the reflection, you transcend that and see the image of the consciousness that is reflected. So that is how the concentration takes place, more and more progressively. Swacham Vijnana Jyoti Swarup Avbhasam. So Vijnana Jyoti Swarupam, of the nature of the light of consciousness, Avbhasam also is reflection. So like the consciousness reflected in the Antahkarana. Tavan matram Brahma upalabhyate iti. Meaning that Brahman obtains in that Antahkarana of the mind like a reflection in the clear water or reflection in the mirror. So also Brahman obtains in that clear mind like the reflection. So therefore it is said that Brahman also is small. Because the mind is small. First lotus is small by size. The space within the lotus is small by upadhi. So mind also is small by upadhi. So reflection is small by upadhi. But what gets reflected is not small. So Brahma upalabhyate iti dahara asmintarakasha iti avochama. Therefore we said that dahara tasmin antarakasha. In that small space within the heart is further small space. In the space, and so space is small, and from this standpoint we say Antahkaranopadi nimittam, that Brahman is said to be Daharam or small, only Upadi of the conditioning of Antahkaranam of the mind. So says Anandagiri, Tasmin Vishuddhe Tavan Matram Brahma Yathokta Visheshanam Yoginam Vishebhya Vimukhi Krutantahkaranam Upalabhyati Sambandha. So Tasmin Vishuddhe Antahkarane, in that Antahkaranam which is so Satvikam or Vishuddha Satvikam, Tavan Matram Brahma. So Brahman also is as big as Antahkarana reflected. Like the reflection of the water also is only limited by the container of the water. Or the reflection of the mirror also is contained by the mirror. So also as though Brahman reflected in the mind, pure mind also is contained or limited by that. So Brahma, Tavan Matram Brahma, Yathokta Visheshanam, Yoginam, Vishebhya, Vimukhi Krutantahkaranam. So, Samruta Karananam. Therefore, Vishebhya, Vimukhi Krutantahkaranam. So, what is meant by the yogis who have withdrawn their sense organs and mind is from the sense objects. From them, upalabhyate. So, this is what they say. Drishyate tu agrya buddhya sukshmaya sukshmadarshibhi. Antahkaranasya shuddhatve drishtantamaha. How clean or pure the Antahkarana must be. So, swacheva udake. Like the clean or pure or transparent water. Brahmana tasmin upalabhyamanatve pratibimrupamiti ivati udaharanam. So, just as sun, you know what it is, sun is up there. But how do you obtain sun? In the water, as reflection. So also Brahman is all pervasive, but then you see it as reflected in the heart as the very self. So Pratibimba iti udaharanam. Therefore, Pratibimba is udaharanam. Nothing is to be taken in literal sense. Even Pratibimba also, reflection also is not to be taken in literal sense. But reflection is a very good example. So just as you see the sun in the water, because the nature of clean water to reflect whatever lighted object is there in front of it, similarly also it is the nature of the heart or pure mind to reflect consciousness. Meaning that consciousness gets associated. Otherwise no association of the sun and water. Sun is far away. What is here? There is no physical connection or association. But still the association takes place because of the nature of water, which reflects the sun. And so also there cannot be association of Brahman with the mind, but still because of the nature of mind. Therefore the mind should be made such that it as though reflects Brahman. So that's how the purity of mind becomes important, because then only there is an association of Brahman with that mind as though. So pratibimba rupam iva iti udaharanam. And so like pratibimba. Pratipatti saukaryartham udaharanantaram. Why second illustration of the mirror? Just for simplicity of understanding, that's all. Ease of understanding. Going to the other tika, line 32. Etad upadi nimittameva darshayati tavan matram brahma upalabhyate. So Brahman is as though as limited as the antahkaranam, because the reflection is as limited as the reflecting medium. That one is to transcend the reflection and realize the image. Here also one is to transcend the smallness and realize the consciousness, which is the content of the reflection. So go to the content. Pratibodha viditam matam. So what illumines that? What is reflected in the mind or thoughts, or what illumines those thoughts? Therefore, from that reflected consciousness, you go to the very witness or very image that gets reflected or that illumines that. टीका कहते घट हस्ति इत्यादि न घटादम अभी ब्रह्म उपलब्धे है अंतःकरणे को विशेष है, but Brahman is everywhere. Why do you say Brahman is to obtain or realize only in that mind? Brahman is everywhere. San ghataha, san pataha, san hasti. That's wherever names and forms are there, Brahman asti, bhati, prem. Brahman is very much there. So therefore, Brahman is there, even Ghatapata also. Then why do you say Antahkaranam? Antahkarane ko vishesha. So what is so special about the mind that he says that the yogis realize Brahman in their mind? Therefore, Swacham. So Swacham Antahkaranam. Swacheva udake. Swacham because Brahman is Swacham. Therefore, it requires also the reflecting medium which also must be Swacham. घटादौ सद्रूपेण प्रतीति मात्र सत्वेपि नैव तत्र प्रतीति इति भावः. So in घटा etc. sattva is there, but pratiti is not there. You cannot see Brahma in घटा. Brahman is yourself really. It's not there in घटपटा. So it looks like it is घटपटा asti bhari, it is your nature. So that's why you have to see actually. Again, Anandagiri said, we did not read it completely. Brahmana naisargikam agantukam cha vyavadhanam nasti. So, Brahman doesn't have vyavadhanam. There is no intervention. Naisargikam agantukam va. Brahman is neither small by nature, nor small even by upadhi. Nothing can really circumscribe that Brahman. Iti upalabdhi siddhyartham vishinasti. So therefore, to know Brahman as it is, vishinasti swacham vijnana jyoti swarupam. So, in short, the reply is already given. So, Bhashyakara has sangruhya darshayati parihara vakyam. So, what the teacher is going to reply, Bhashyakara summarized it first and then explains the passage. So says Anandagiri tadruge vadhartvam adaya chodyate chet Anupadikam hatopetya samadhi sambhavati kalpantaram nirasyate. So tadrugavadhatum adaya chodhyadeshet. If smallness which is like that, if that is the question that makes you question, aupadikam hatopedya samadhi sambhavati. Anupadikam. So upadikam daharatvam. The smallness in space or smallness in Brahman is because of smallness of upadi. But anupadikam hatvam. But what gets reflected in a small little antahkaranam is in fact what? Mahatvam. So anupadikam mahatvam. So the greatness which is natural. So the inherent greatness of Brahman. So Brahman in association of the mind appears to be small, but in itself it is vast or limitless. Idi kalpantaram. So kim akasha swabhavikam dharatvam kim va paropada nimittam. So paropada nimittam dharatvam. But as far as the nature is concerned, it is vast or limitless. So nirasyati swatastoyade. Swatasto. Okay, so then we already read the passage. Yavan vai prasiddha parimanatah ayam akashah bhautikah tavan eshah antarudaya akashah jasmin anveshtavyam vijignyasatavyam cha avochama. So swatastu, that space within the lotus is small because of upadi by itself. Yavan vai prasiddha. So vai is prasiddha. Parimanatah ayamaka. Parimanam is measure. So ayamakasha, this elemental space which is well known as what? Vast. So ayamakas bhautikah, this elemental space which is vast as well known. Tavaneva is antardaya akasha. Understand that the space which is within the heart also is as vast as the space that you obtain outside. That's not small space. The smallness is due to the circumscription of the heart and not because of the nature. Yasmin anveshtavyam vijignyasatavyam cha avochama. So we say that what is within that space has to be inquired into and known and realized. So it's not the smallness, we meant space, not smallness, but space which is vast and therefore boundless. The other Tikakara says, Nanu pundarikanthasyasya tadupaditvam yuktam natu antahkaranopaditvam iti ashankya. Alright? The space that obtains within that lotus, you can say that the smallest of space is because of the upadi or the limiting adjunct of lotus. Tad antahkaranopaditvam. So Brahman can be limited by space, but where do you get the antahkaranam? Iti ashankya atmanah asangasya pundarika veshma sambandhabhavat natat upadigatvam. In fact, the Atma, the consciousness, has no connection whatever with the body or the lotus of heart. Therefore, lotus cannot become the upadi or limiting adjunct of Atma because there is no connection. antahkaranasya tu tat asambandhinopi tad upalabdhi hetutvena. Even the mind also has no connection with the Atma. As you said, however, the mind reflects the consciousness, never asambandhinopi. Just as water has no connection with the sun and still water reflects the sun, so also the antahkarana has no direct connection with the consciousness of the Atma, but tat upalabdhi hetutvena, because the antahkarana reflects consciousness, because that becomes the location where Atma can be realized. To upadhi. Therefore, antahkarana can become the upadhi. Tadvara atmana pundarikastatvam cha yuktam. So first is the self, the consciousness is as though limited by the antahkaranam, and antahkaranam is limited by the lotus of the heart, and so you can say that the Atma also obtains in the lotus of the heart in that sense. Pundarikam alpam ityadina. Where is that? I don't know. But anyway, so we'll continue it tomorrow. Yeah. Or, oh, he goes back to line number 8. Pundarikam alpam. Okay. Tat anuvidhai tasmantahkaranam pundarikakasha parichinnam. And so, असंबंधिनोपि प्रतिबिंब उद्ग्राहितया उपलब्धि हेतुत्वम दृष्टांतेन आह. असंबंधिनोपि. So just as sun and the water has no sambandha at all, still pratibimba udgrahitaya, because the water does in fact gets the reflection. Never upalabdhi hetu, because water has a nature of reflecting the sun. Therefore, water becomes upalabdhi, the sthanam, the place where sun can be realized. So swachchaiva iti. Jale adityadi rupavat adarshe mukha pratibimbacha ityartha. So like the sun reflected in the water, or the face reflected in the mirror. Okay, we'll continue. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Krito Vande Bhagavanto Punah Punah. Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.